Okay, we're back. Um, I gotta get this done soon because I'm actually leaving in a couple of days. I'll be gone for a month, as much I mentioned before. There's a few more videos I have to do, but this is gonna be definitely a well thought out one, that's for sure. It's a follow up to my other video that I did about storytelling, so I definitely gotta make sure I lock in for this one. So I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna try to do another Type Moon lore video, and I'll leave you guys off with another lore files. But yeah, I definitely got to lock in with this one, get this one done, make sure it's up to good quality, and fact checking as usual, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. How do I want to go about this? All right, this is just gonna be a basic outline for now. Then we can just go from there. All right. What makes horror game lore so captivating? All right. Let's see. This. Hopefully, people actually do enjoy these. I actually just do these just for verification purposes, so people actually know, like, yay, this guy's actually writing his shit. Like, he's actually taking the time to write these scripts, like from the beginning right to the end. We had that issue like a couple weeks ago where that person said what he said. I'm like, yeah, bruh, come on. I have a master's in English. I went to school for a while for that weird ass fucking bachelor's degree that really does not even matter at this point. But yeah, this is more so for just for verification purposes, just so you guys know, like, hey, I'm taking the time to actually write this from beginning to end, doing my own. I haven't a lot of lore knowledge because I'm an old ass cat, and I'm an old ass dude that literally has a lot of time on his hands. Okay, anyways, I gotta focus on this. Let's see. Just. Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, word. Sometimes words don't like to cooperate, and we fight a lot. So problem with this already is I can't use Silent Hill 2 again, and I can't use Amnesia the Dark Descent because we don't want things to be too over reliant on those specific games, especially since they're both very lore driven games. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use games that I know that are pretty lore intensive. But obviously, the go-to ones would be Silent Hill 2 and Amnesia: The Dark Descent when it comes to lore. There's obviously others. Uh, let's see. Okay. Ambiguous is a very funny word that hits close to home for me, especially with my fighting game background. Getting hit by ambiguous cross-ups all day in the corner. God. Let's see. Discuss. So I actually have a friend of mine who's actually a psychologist. I was running through some ideas with him yesterday in regards to this. So he told me to mention this. And he gave me some good examples. Brains. Word, I hate you so much right now. Okay, fine. Okay. And I enjoy doing these. These are very, very fun to do. But I have a specific way I go about writing narratives. I have to do an outline first, go to the rough draft, go to the do a rough draft, final overview, and go from there. But I have to do outlines first because I can't just come up with an idea from scratch and just start going YOLO on it. I need basic structure. Okay, section two. Section two. And this is pretty critical when it comes to like character specific lore. Like when we were doing the Yumeneka one the other day, I had to do that because there was so much lore there, and if I didn't do it, I would have got lost in the sauce. Like it's not even funny how crazy Yumeneka's lore is. Environmental storytelling. All right, so we're going to do something different here in regards to this. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually hold on. I got to be specific with this one before we even do this. Um, all right, word. We could break this into 3 subsections. Okay, let's highlight this. Okay. Um First of all, let's do this. Environmental storytelling. Environmental storytelling. We'll use 2 examples. So we'll go with Dead Space, especially Dead Space 1. Dead Space, and we'll use remake, Resident Evil remake. Okay, next found documents. Found documents / audio. Okay, obviously Fatal Frame, definitely found documents. Oh my god. We'll use 5 since it's the most recent one. In regards to audio, we can use Outlast 1. Symbolism and metaphor. Metaphor. Okay, in regards to this, let's try something different. Symbolism. Oh yeah, symbolism. Fucking PT. We're gonna use PT. As there's areas I actually want to get into that PT, and we can use Cry of Fear, especially Cry of Fear. Okay, we can potentially maybe Soma too. Well, I'll think about it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna probably add more into that in a second. So section 3, let's do this. Why it stays with us. Okay. Discuss. Oh, lore, reflect. Real world. Years. Yeah. Isolation. Madness. Guilt. And grief. Okay. Horror makes the abstract, emotional, the emotional, forgettable. Jesus Christ, unforgettable. Okay. Let's be cute. The best horror doesn't explain everything. It lingers in uncertainty. Okay. Give me a moment. Let me just change the song up. Let's go to Elden Ring. Oh no, Morgoth and his Phantom Morgoth's gonna come attack me. Oh no. Hmm. Okay. We can definitely expand on this more, but hold on. Let's do this. Before we even get into section 3, I might have to use optional games to jeez. Every time the bad word. Yeah, because this thing continues to live on to this day. Cancellation mythology. Okay. Dead Space. Um, Corporate Horror and Cosmetic Dread. Cosmic Dread. Jesus Christ. Jeez, Cosmetic Dread. Oh my God. Cosmic Dread. Um, we can throw in Soma in there. Existential horror. And Resident Evil. Evil. Evil remake. Um, classic. Bio horror. Layered timeline. I'm technically on duty right now, but I'm not because I had an appointment for the injury that I mentioned that I have, so I actually couldn't go do what the other guys are doing today because they have to drive our tracked vehicle to the rail to actually bring it to Cali. So I can't do it because I had to go do other stuff. So I'm technically on standby for now, so I can actually just bang this whole entire thing out in one stream. But we'll see. Okay, so I think that's fine. We can change, we can add more things as we go, but this is just the basic framework of things I can add. Okay, so let's see. Section 3. So section 3, yada yada yada. Hmm. It is subject to change, but let's just put a conclusion here for now. Conclusion. Wrap up with the idea. that horror lore is like. Uh, we're listening to Elden Ring right now. Let's be very cute. It's what was it? Deathblight. Yeah, Deathblight. Okay, horror is like a curse. Once you learn about it, you carry it with you. Death. Yeah, those assholes. God, I can't think of them. The one with the fucking big ass eyes. I haven't Elden Ring in like a while. Once you learn about it, the basilisk. There we go. The basilisk. Fuck those guys. Carry it with you. Okay. Whoops. The normal leave on chilling line or quote that underlines that horror stories matter. They they don't just scare, they speak. Okay, let me just go over this again. Um, feel we can add so much more to this, but let me just jot down some stuff on my end. Give me a moment. Let's go to another location in Elden Ring. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put this over to another Word document so I don't lose it. Mm, Okay. Let's see. Technically, fridge horror, kind of. Hey. All right. Hmm. Hmm. This is kind of this could be this is actually good because without even knowing it, if you're talking about something like a specific like title, like with a friend of yours, like you can go into extreme detail like without even noticing it. Like it happens a lot when someone asks me like my opinions on a certain game or a certain subject. I'll be like, oh, this is how I feel about it. Then out of nowhere, it just goes into like a 50-minute conversation about some random ass topic that or some random ass issue that or something I like about the game. Like it happens self-consciously at times. Hmm. Hmm. I got something. Um, why does this actually ticks me off a lot? Why does incomplete storytelling obsess us? Ask me this when I'm intoxicated. Oh my god. I will go into a tangent about this. Especially when it comes to like retcons. I hate retcons so much. Which is why I don't know what they did with the Zelda franchise, but god, retcon after retcon after retcon. Okay. Um yes, because humans crave closure. Humans crave closure. Horror can exploit this. Horror exploits this. Okay. Um, let's see. Discuss how mystery and fear of the unknown make players obsessed with filling in the blanks. Okay, that's there. Mention the brains. Mention the brain patterns recognition and storytelling instincts. Um, before we even do that, I have to mention this. Okay, and our instinct. Because this is what I'm about to write is actually good. Give me a second. I'll finish it, then I'll explain. Mysteries, even when they can't be solved. So where I'm going with this is, even though they may scare us, like specific games may scare us, like we get so vested in it. Like even though the terror is there, we'll stick to the end just to see what the hell happens. Okay. All right. So environmental storytelling, Dead Space and Resident Evil remake. So let's add a couple examples. Um, derelict, space station, derelict space station, and hmm, Hmm. what's a good word to put here? Mutilated corpses. Okay. Um, mansion layout. It's more so with remake. It's funny. The environment really plays like a crucial role in regards to this. Let's just write it like this: mansion layout as a puzzle of corporate secrecy. Okay. All right. Fatal Frame 5. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not like I didn't do an 8 hour rundown of the whole entire Fatal Frame franchise up until now, so this should be up my alleyway. All right, as mentioned, there's a lot of action in Fatal Frame 5 in regards to this. Holy shit, definitely is. That should be good enough. Outlast. Hmm, okay. The psychiatric, yeah, definitely that. Holy shit. Man, this is close to home because of the mental institution issues of the past, especially in America. Back in my home state, we actually have an abandoned institute, like 15 miles down the road. It's oh my god. If you ever want to see some crazy shit, try going in front of a mental institute, like an abandoned one. Or therapy, what's whistle blower files. So it's it's funny. And I can't say it's funny, but I always wondered this about like Outlast. Like especially with the whistleblower thing. Like if you're a whistleblower or trying to be a whistleblower, I'm not saying be a whistleblower at all because some crazy shit might happen to you. You might be not. You'll probably be in a underneath the ocean and or in a grave. But holy shit! Like you really want to expose the truth that badly that you're gonna take a chance. Uh, all right. So PT is the definitely the black sheep. It's not the black sheep. It's just the. It's definitely gonna be the tough one. Um, Okay, it's a looping guilt. It's looping guilt. Looping guilt. Use symbolism and hmm, okay, I can. I think this would work. Meta cancellation horror. Like the fan base will not let this die. Okay, cry of fear. Cry of fear is terrifying. It's not because of the jump scares, not because of the monsters. It's the trauma, man, the mental collapse. Holy shit. Uh, okay. I'm gonna probably change that. And mental collapse. Okay. All right. So again, this is literally my options. This is subject to change. How I feel like in the next few minutes. But I'm gonna write this down just to write this down. Okay. Psychological trauma, self hate, definitely self hate. And the expansions literally touch upon. Okay. Let's change this up a little bit. Again, suicide definitely one of the big aspects of this. Suicide. Um, cultural rituals around death. Okay. Yada 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 yada. I'll keep that. I'll keep what I have up there, and I'll have this over here down as an additional resource. So ambiguous. Again, fun word. Ambiguous. Ambiguous metaphors. Obsession with the truth. That's fine. Okay. Put a cute word here. Corporate empathy. Cosmic dread. Body horror. Okay, Soma. We can change that. Consciousness definitely plays a key role here. Consciousness. Um, identity. Loss of self. Okay. All right. I mean, this is literally up my alleyway. So let's change this up a little bit. Horror roots twisted by experimentation. No, by yeah, by human experimentation. Okay. All right. Hmm. Okay, I can add more to this. Um, it's funny because when I released that Metroid Fusion video the other day, there was a comment that said that it's not even scary. It's the game's not even scary. I'm like, it's not about the game being scary. Like the game doesn't need to be scary to have a lot of horror overtones to it. Like again, like Metroid Fusion is a E-rated game, even though it shouldn't be an E-rated game, especially with the horrific overtones. No one's saying it's scary. It's just it doesn't fit the E for everyone rating. A game doesn't need to be scary to have a horror background. It really doesn't. So yeah, like that comments like that, like in in all honesty, make no sense. We're not saying the game is scary. We're not saying the game is scary at all. It just has horror overtones, just like over Ocarina of Time, like I mentioned before. Dead Hands, Shadow Temple, all the shenanigans happening in the background, the slavery, the genocide. Well, technically, if you want to be cute about it, genocide. There's a lot of horror overtones in games that people just don't notice, and people that keep people like me up all night. Okay, the lore isn't just scary. It's emotionally loaded. I am using this word a lot today. That's not a good sign. Ambiguity. It just goes to show you, like, once you get hit by an ambiguous cross up in a fighting game, that shit sticks with you. Ambiguity keeps the horror alive in our minds. Again, so also, I'm sorry for the foul language. I just like thinking aloud. I know foul language isn't like for everybody, but it is what it is. All right. Um. Okay. Sometimes, sometimes the horror isn't what happened. It's what might might have happened that we never got to see. Okay. All right. I have a feeling that today I'm gonna be writing some diabolical stuff. Okay. Let's overlook this. Let me save this for now. We'll overlook it. All right. Just gotta jot down some notes on my end, but let's take a look at this. Uh, All right. While I do this, it's time to switch music. I like how that sounds, but I'm probably gonna change that. Give me a second. I'm brainstorming in my head right now. Give me a moment. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me just put this over into another document, and we can go from there. All right. Let's see. I like it. I definitely do like it. I'm just reading over it. I'm reading over it again. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. Okay. So far, I think that's good. So yeah, this is definitely very, very good. So we have our basic outline done. Um, this is probably going to be subject to change. I'm going to sit on it for like a couple of like maybe an hour or so. I'm going to look over my notes and we'll proceed into the next section. So whoever stopped by, thank you very much. We got the basic outline done for this next video. We'll start doing a rough draft as soon as I get back from my little break. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see people later. We out. Bye bye.